Okay, so we're going to create our Twitter account. Now we are going to create a specific account for this particular site with Twitter. So we're going to go back to our software and have our software create a Twitter account for us. So we're going to click on the button called Twitter. Called Twitter. Click on the Twitter button. So we're going to let the software create this account real quick. Hopefully. It's pretty cool, huh? And so what we can do now is just click create my account. A lot of times it will do it for you, but it just wants you to make sure that you have everything up here. It looks good. So let's create our account. Okay, so we got our account under Charles Collins. Um, Now what we're going to do is go back to Twitter and we're just going to log in. So with the account that we just created. So let's go back to our profile and let's grab our email that we just used to set up our account. If you haven't got the account creator yet, that's really a great tool. I mean, it really is. It'll save you a ton of time. I actually made that software in a couple of days, for myself really, but for Azon Auto Builder customers to create the accounts because it's very, very important. So we'll click on sign in real quick. Hopefully our account is set up, and it is. So we need to confirm our email. So let's go back to our email and let's do a refresh. And let's go back to our inbox and find our Twitter email. So there it is. And let's go ahead and just confirm that. Okay, so we will confirm that. Okay. All right, we're on Twitter. Okay, so what we need to do now, if we go back to our, let's see, if we go back to settings and then our Snap, and we're going to add new account, and we will go to Twitter. There it is. Okay, so we need to add this account. So I'm just going to just name it Twitter. And so we'll need to have a Twitter URL, consumer key, and a bunch of other information that I'll show you how to get. Okay. Okay, so let's get our Twitter URL first. So if you highlight or if you hover your mouse over where your name is here and just click on right click, and well, we don't want to do that. Hover it over the name and then click copy link location. Come back and our URL. Okay, so that's going to be our URL. It's twitter.com / your username. Okay, so now it's time to get our Twitter consumer key. Let's go back, and I think we can click on the cogwheel here, and let's see. Man, it looks like Twitter's done changed this also. Let's just go to settings. I don't think that's the right area that we need to be, but okay. So let's just go to apps, and we need to create a new app. So no, we don't want to do that. Okay, let me find out exactly what we need to do since this has been changed from the last time I did this. Okay, so just so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Now before this cogwheel, when you clicked it, there was a link in here to create an app, but it looks like it's not there anymore. So down here, let's go ahead and click on apps, and let's see if we can't figure out how to get our app done. Let's click on more Twitter apps. I have no idea if this is the right way to do this now, but we'll figure it out. And we don't need any of that. Okay, so that's not going to help us here. Okay, let me do some investigation. I'll be right back. Okay, so what we're going to do is go to dev.twitter.com. That's the developers page. Okay, we need to sign in on this page. So we'll click sign in. And we need to put in our username and password. So we're just going to log in on the developers page. And okay, don't want us to use that, so we'll click on login. It didn't want us to use the full email, I don't think. Okay, we're signed in to the developers page. Okay, once you're signed in, on this little icon up here, it'll drop down and click on My Applications. And then it'll come up and we're going to click on Create New App. Okay, let's give the app a name. So we're going to type in our domain name. Okay, so we got the name, description, I just put social sharing, our website, okay, the full URL. We're going to leave this blank for right now, and we're going to come down and click the box that we agree and create your Twitter application. Okay, so before we create an app in Twitter, we have to put our phone on our Twitter account. So let's see if we can do that. I was already on settings. Okay. And we'll go to mobile and we'll just put in our phone number. So you'll have to do some kind of authentication with your phone, so we're going to do that now. Okay, once you do the little verification activation, we're going to go back and to our developer page and create the app again. Okay, so it should say your application has been created. Now we need to do a few more things. Okay, we have our API key, but we need to make some changes. Go to settings. Go to permissions, sorry. And we're going to check read and write and then click update settings. And let's go to API keys. And we're going to create my access token. Okay, so now we need to start putting information into our WP admin. Okay, so let's grab this information, our API key. The consumer key, I believe that's correct, and then our secret key. And let's grab our access token. Where did we put that? And I thought we already did that, but we may have to. There it is. Okay, so our access token. And let's get our secret. And we'll click on attached image and update settings. Okay, so I know this is kind of tedious, but hey, it's something we have to do. And now we need to go to show settings and make sure that we're communicating correctly with Twitter. So if it's not communicating right, all that's for nothing. So let's go ahead and do a submit test post, and hopefully everything works. Good, message posted. All right, we're good. Okay, so that's how to set up your Twitter account.